Hey there y'all, this is Hades and today we are discussing Ragnarok, chapter 96, and okay, a lot happens in this chapter, alright? A lot happens in this chapter, holy cow. And also, somewhat good news, we got Simo and Rasputin. Kinda. Alright, kinda. I have no idea what's going on, but we do get Siegfried in the end, so that's a plus too, right? Anyway, let's just dive right into the review, shall we? Alright, let's get right into it. Now, we cut to Heimdall announcing we got a victor, but wait, what? Soji is down. He is not getting up, and some of the people are wondering, like, wait, what's going on here? Is he gonna die? Now, I got a question for y'all. A god does bring this up. Could it be maybe he's going to be completely erased and will be sent to Helheim? When that god said that, I'm looking at this page here. I'm not sure which god said it. It looks like this horn god that says it. So I'm not sure what pantheon he's from. But a god here is under the assumption that if someone's erased in this fight and dies, they get sent to Helheim, to hell essentially. I have no idea what's going on unless that particular god is unaware of what happens when you die in this tournament. I assume when you die like your dad said, your soul is gone forever, cease to exists no longer, and doesn't get to go into any of the afterlives. But this god's implying, no, if you die, you get sent to Helheim, which is hell essentially. I have no idea what's going on here. I don't think it's on the translator's part, and I'm not sure what the writers here are trying to imply. Maybe the gods are unsure. I'm assuming if Soji here dies, like he'll obviously be annihilated, right? Unless another option is that, well, since he didn't die, fighting another god, in this tournament, he'll probably die and be sent to hell. I mean, okay, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. If any of you guys have a clue, please let me know in the comment section. I'd be curious to hear what you have to say. Then we cut to people worrying about him. Soji's friends, Kondo just grabbing Soji, and they all think that Soji's gonna die. Which I'm not gonna lie, I do like that Soji would have died if Izanami didn't come here and help out. Because Izanami arrives, he's like, "This is an amazing human. I gotta help him out," and he's gonna heal him. Some of the other Soji's friends are like, "Hold on, step aside, step out of the way," but Kondo's like, "No, let him go." And then Izanami goes, heals Soji. And right there, he doesn't completely heal him. He essentially just brings it to where he's able to, he ain't gonna die, but he still needs treatment. Because again, the reason he did this is, as he said, because Susanoo really admired this human pushed Susanoo to the absolute limits and broke his limits. And that's why I want to save him, because he helped him in the end. And he does also bring up that that it's hard to say, but Izanami does somewhat well. Let me say what he tells you. As a god who continued to learn from humans until the very end, perhaps the fight was indeed his true purpose. As he says that yes, in the end, Susanoo was strong, and the reason he was as strong as he was is because he got to fight this human that pushed him beyond the limits. And Soji wakes up and he's sad because he's never gonna be able to fight again. His demon half is done, is gone forever, which I'm actually very much okay with that. And Soji said he's not gonna be able to fight anymore, and Kondo says it's all right because you had a true spirit of a samurai, which gets Soji crying, and everyone's happy that Soji's alive, but he's never gonna fight again. Yes, I'm happy about this. Why? Stakes, consequences in this fight. Soji went up to the absolute peak of his ability, and he would have died if he did not receive help from a god. And even though he survived, he's not going to be able to fight no more. He lost his demon half, and that's fine with me. I think that's very, very, very good in the story. I love it. Consequences. You just gotta love it. And of course, we get Ares, just getting angry, complaining, that how in the world was Soji able to survive that attack, which I had complaints about that in my last chapter review. But Hermes essentially said, what happened, that Soji more than likely was able to at the last moment dodge, so it didn't completely hit his heart and destroy him, which is fine, but it still hit his ribs. It still would have shattered his ribs. I'm just saying, and Ares, of course, saying about how in the world he ever have been able to do this, and Zeus speaks up. He said, "Well, honestly, it's just probably just countless near-death experiences alone is what got him to get out of the way in time, and that's what was able to do it." And again, Ares just freaking out as Zeus continues. Despite the differences between a slash and a thrust, there is no doubt the last technique Okita unleashed was the same as Susanoo's Amaga no Magashi, which is again, if honest, like yeah, okay, I can see because again, Soji's not using it like as a complete air sword like Susanoo did, but because Soji did have an actual blade he was using, so that's why I think it didn't annihilate him. But yeah, I'm okay with that. I think it was fine. Then we cut to Goal as she's happy that it's a tie between humans and gods, 5-5. Two more victories for the humans, and they win. Same with the gods, to be honest. Goal looks around. Brunhilde is gone. And Goal's, of course, Goal's kind of sad. She's like, all right, well, why does Brunhilde always leave me alone? And then this figure calls for Goal as Goal goes up to it. And this figure just, it's very creepy the way Brunhilde is not obviously not the real Brunhilde, is the way she's being depicted. At first, I thought it was gonna be a fake. I thought is it gonna be a Loki or is it gonna be Nostradamus? It was one of them. As it turns out, Nostradamus gets her and knocks her out with some knockout gas spray bottle. As he has a mission for her. Then we cut to Brunhilde. We'll get more on Nostradamus later. What is he up to? And then we get Simu, very shrouded, and Rasputin, which is being covered by a Kintoki. So we almost got him. But I gotta say this. At this point of the fight right here, it seems like Brunhilde is not going to take Rasputin into account of this fight. It seems like she's only mostly focusing on Nostradamus, who I believe is going to fight Odin, Kintoki, and Simu. And she's trying to figure out, okay, who's going to go up next? Because her goal right now is to push Odin to where he has to fight. There's a lot that we could talk about, and I'm going to go over at the end. But the fact that the humans just need 2 victories, right? And you think, oh, if the gods are going to fight, the 2 that are going to fight is probably going to be Anubis and Loki, right? But is Brunhilde doing something to try to make us like, oh, wait a minute, Brunhilde, what are you planning here? We know you want to fight. We know she wants Odin killed. We know that, like that's obvious. But let's just think about that later on, shall we? As we cut to Brunhilde, saying she has to, no matter what, get Odin to fight, and she wants to be able to see him again, Siegfried. And then we cut to Helheim. And at first I was thinking, how does Nostradamus know about all this place? And I remembered, oh yeah, he was here for destroying the Bifrost and almost destroying the Bifrost, and he was thrown here, so that's why he would know his way around. And he's just walking around. I'm assuming these guards obviously do kind of know know him as he's going through. And as they're saying, yeah, I've been working hard, haven't you? And as Nostradamus was like, yep. As another one says, please be careful. And he's like, yep. As he's going through, and we see almost wanted posters of Buddha, Kintoki, and Beelzebub. Of course, of Kintoki and Buddha, of course, trying to find Siegfried and free him. And Beelzebub, well, as we all know, he caused so much mayhem and destruction in the underworld. And yeah, I can imagine they don't like him down there all that much. As we cut to Nostradamus coming up to Siegfried's door, going in. And yeah, Siegfried's happy to see him, as it seems like these two know each other. Which we're obviously gonna get more backstory on. I'm just curious, like, how in the freak, what in the world's going on here? Like, I'm blown away by this. Like, this is so much revelation. Well, not even revelation, like, more like, wait, these guys know each other? Wait, what's going on? What's the plan? What's Brunhilde? Brunhilde, we know you want to kill him, but wait, what? What? Nostradamus knows Siegfried won the world? And why did Nostradamus, as he opens the box and Goal is in there tied up, and he lets her out with a snap of his fingers like a magic trick. So he's probably has some kind of magic. Who knows, guys? Who knows how Nostradamus is gonna fight? But she does land a blow on Nostradamus, which causes him to reel back in pain. So if no, whoever Nostradamus fights, and if he defeats Odin, that means Gold has equal power level near to Odin. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. It was just a comedic moment as Nostradamus says, "Yeah, see, I got a purpose for you here." And she looks over and she sees Siegfried just there hanging, as he says, "Hey there, it's a pleasure to meet you, Giri." And she just shouts, "Lord Siegfried!" So she knows him, and he knows her, but like I assume that Siegfried and Gold know each other to an extent. I do think that he possibly a little bit before her time, before she got there and she learned about him, or that they do know each other probably for a brief moment. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's the end of the chapter. And dang, this was a good chapter. Again, I'm gonna give this chapter an 8 out of 10. The reason is because oh Soji probably should have died when that strike hit his chest. Because again, missed his heart. Okay, good, missed his heart, but it still would have hit his lungs, and shredding his ribs cage would have also hit his heart and his lungs. So I was like, I see what you're doing. I mean, good thing for the heart, but you still got some else is important, right? The lungs. Now, if Soji's lungs were pierced and he was coughing out blood, okay, and Izanagi healed him. Okay, all right, that kind of fixes it up a bit because it's like, oh, he did get hit, but he's surviving. All right, they seem that they just kind of ignore the rest of that. But yeah, overall, I really like this chapter. 8 out of 10, as I said. But plot armor from the previous, but they tried explaining it, not very satisfying. But again, the thing with Brunhilde and the remaining god fighters, I think I might make a video about that because that's very, very intriguing. But anyway, yeah, we'll save that for another video because I want to talk about that extendedly. And if you guys listened this far, I appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great day and take care. And Record of Ragnarok is still freaking top tier. Later, guys.